because Roberto De Zerbi said of you, he's older than his age. His secret is his family. So he recognised in you a kind of maturity that partly comes from your background and your family history, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so. Obviously, yeah. I was so lucky to have my dad, my granddad, great Uncle Martin, even my great granddad who was around for quite a while, and I had all of them people to refer to just learn and let them tell me stories and stuff like that. So I was very lucky, and I think it really has helped, as you say, that I can I feel like I'm quite mature for my age, I think. Hopefully.
Yeah, well, you are.
When after a game, obviously you'll have a debrief from the management or whatnot. Do you get a little bit of feedback from your dad still? Do you sit down and watch a game back and or as I suppose, has he always done that right throughout, and does he still do it?
Yeah, so I think all the way throughout, I mean, he was really good. He'd let the coaches say what they need to say, he wouldn't get too involved, and I think just after every game he'd sort of pick one thing I did well and one thing that I can do better, and he'd always start with what I did well and then finish on, what you need to do better, basically. And I think that's still the same now. I still look forward to, after the game, after the gaffer's finished speaking, walking over the pitch and seeing my family, it's a really nice moment.
It's funny because when I was a young lad, I once sat down with a sports psychologist, and he said, who'd you get your feedback from? And I went, well, coach and things. He's like, yeah, but like externally outside the football club. I was like, well, my dad. And he's like, what does your dad do? And I went, oh, he's a plasterer. And I went, oh, right, so he knows a lot about football, yeah? And I thought, wow, that really made me think about where you get. Obviously, my dad had my best interest at heart, but it really made me think about sort of who you get your feedback. But it's so good for you that feedback you are getting at home is actual football feedback as well.
Yeah, it must help. I mean, I'm struck by your versatility as well, Jack. I mean, if I asked you to say what your favourite position is, it would be what, sort of attacking midfield or central midfield, getting on, or
definitely. I think central midfield. I think from a young age, everyone wants to score goals, and I'm no different. I've always wanted to get in the box, but I've also enjoyed doing the defensive work as well. But to be honest with you, if you had told me at the start of the season I would have been playing mainly at fullback, I probably wouldn't have believed you. Yeah. But I love the role that the gaffer found for me. I mean, I still didn't, I think in pre-season that massively helped me playing there, and I really sort of learnt my trade there. And I thought, this season could be my opportunity. I felt.
Did you feel when you went to America on pre-season? Did you feel like the squad had taken to you, you'd fitted in, and felt comfortable?
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I had a few games on the bench last season. Obviously, made my debut last season, but I didn't feel properly a part of it. But they still made me feel so welcome, and that's the best thing about the dressing room. I think they're so good at welcoming you, and you never feel under pressure to, they just want you to do your best, and that's all.
Well, it's a dressing room and a club that's very good at developing young players, isn't it? So that helps. It's the whole place is natural, is comfortable with the idea of young players coming into the team and developing. So it's a great place for you to be, isn't it, to develop?
Oh no, yeah, 100%. I don't think there's many better places to be in the Premier League as a young player right now. If you're looking for that opportunity, I think it's a great place to be, because you've got the senior boys, Lallana, Welbeck, Milner, Dunk, all of them, and they're just great. I mean, this club wouldn't be able to produce as many young talent as it did without them boys, I don't think.
Must be nice stepping in when you can see lads that have grown up locally and are now established first team players like Dunkey and Solly.
Yeah, exactly that. I mean, it's quite surreal, I've watched Dunkey for years, I feel, and then next thing I know I'm playing alongside him. It's quite a crazy feeling.
A little bit different when he's shouting at you, isn't it?
Definitely, yeah.